Hello everybody, this is Tina at Tina Stitches. This is my fourth video, Flosstube. Today is Monday, May 22nd, Victoria Day. What you are looking at here is my scissors. I collect scissors, some people collect magnets, needle minders. For me, it's scissors. And the story about this board I will explain in a little bit, but just take note of the broken corner there. And you will see I am just about ready to get the rest of this video filmed, so I will continue this in a few minutes. Hi there. Okay, I think that we're ready to go. I'm just looking at my calendar here for my Mania plans so that I can show you the things in the order that they were done. It was crazy. I don't know if I would do it again, but you know, next year I'm probably going to say, hey, that was lots of fun. Let's do that again. You know, like tequila. Not so fun the first time. And then you forget. Some people say childbirth. No, that was traumatic. Not doing that again. Okay, yeah, like I said, I do collect scissors. People collect needle minders. I never really thought of collecting needle minders, but I do have a fascination with scissors, and there are so many beautiful scissors out there. And for instance, I just had, these are the ones that I'm using with my beloved. I have almost a pair of scissors with every project that I'm working on. The Mania made it a little more difficult, but I have, you know, there's groups of projects like the Christmas couriers that have a certain pair of scissors with them. Anyways, I am going to get through the whips first. Mania Day 1 through 10 was the Christmas Couriers by Nora Corbett. So there's Rudolph. Dasher. I don't know if these are showing up very well. It's a gray day. It's been a gray week. And that's what that one looks like. And it's opening weekend for fishing, and we don't fish, which is good, because it's a horrible day to be on the lake. Dancer. Prancer. Vixen. I need to move my camera so that I can see it. See what I'm showing you. But we'll just keep going. Comet. Cupid. Donner, in case you couldn't hear me. I know I talk really quiet. Blitzen. And of course, the one I didn't put a tag on, I can't tell which way is up or down, so this one, pretty sure that's the way it goes, so just look. Yeah, it's the sleigh. And that is just this piece right here. So that was one night, first 10 nights of Mania. They are in my head. They are small. All but the sleigh. The sleigh is the piece de resistance, the big piece. And I have started to collect frames. I'm going to individually frame them and put them on my mantelpiece and go crazy if anybody puts them out of order. Donner Blitzen, Donner Blitzen. Those who like 3.5 Men would get the reference. On the 11th, I worked on the stocking for my nephew's girlfriend of a long time. I think it's 5 or 6 years that they've been together. So yeah, long term. And again, I forgot to bring out the mistletoe. Not the mistletoe. Christmas soldier stocking that I made for him. Sorry. So all that's done is the very, very top band right there. And then on the 12th, I did another Nora Corbett, Lily of the Valley. And I am just not with it as far as organization. I'm sorry, I don't know which way it goes. This way. This way. So it's just the top. little bit there. This one I'm going to work on a little more. Randomly. Everything is going to be worked on a little more randomly. That one will get a little more attention than the couriers or, well, just the couriers. But this one is going to get the most attention out of all of the Mania. Now this I've worked on since Mania, so this is not a true representation of what I had done on that one day. That's on Instagram. I did log every day all of my finishes for the day. This is what I have done to date since I started on the 13th for this project. Christmas Eve Fun Stocking by Dimensions Gold. And that's how much I have done. Just the top part of this guy. And I had to chart his name, so that's why there's a line missing there, because that's going to be part of his name. That's what kind of slowed me down a little bit on it, was I had to make sure that I left the space where his name was going to be without filling it in, so I had to go and chart it. Not a big deal. So that was the stocking on the 13th. On the 14th was Mother's Day, and I forgot to bring my mug. Just a second. Sorry about that. I meant to have this with me because I was going to tell you my kids are awesome. When I opened this, I almost had tears. It's just so awesome. I almost gave my son a hug, but personal space. He does not like to be touched. So, that's okay. Anyways, for Mother's Day, I started the Mom Quatrielle for myself because it's Mother's Day. And it seems silly because it seems like something that you would make for somebody else, like your mother or mother-in-law. But the story about this one is that my son, my oldest son, had gone shopping and saw it on my wish list at 123 and bought it for me. So this is from my son to me to make for me. That's how far I got. And then the last piece. And this one again, this is not a true representation of the Mania start because I did work on it some more. The Mania start, let me just look here. I colored everything that I did for Mania in blue. So I could tell just how little of a start it really was. And my cardboard again. So that little bit of white and blue was about all that was started for Mania. And then I started working on it for the weekend stitch along with the buddies. We pick a project and work on it all weekends, Friday through Monday. And I got all of Alice done, and I started the Cheshire Cat too. And again, I forgot to tell you all the fabrics, and I'm horrible for that. This one here is, I'll find it. 32 count linen silvery moon by Perman Needlework Fabrics, Copenhagen. I know they do charts. I don't know if they still do fabrics. I've had this one in my stash for a long time. The Sweetheart Tree Mom is the fabric that came with it. The Dimension Stocking is the fabric that came with it. The Christmas Couriers is 32 count. Oh. Picture this plus. I know that. And I've totally lost the name of the fabric. I'm trying to think of the name of the fabric. It's driving me nuts. I don't know if I wrote it down in here. Nope. I did not. Okay, so the story about the scissor board. My husband does not want to put any holes in the walls because he doesn't want to have to patch them up again. I understand that, but I want things to be hung up on the walls. And so we went with the heavy duty command strip. And I had it hanging in the basement with the same system, and it never moved. And I put it up in here, just above where it's resting on my floss box there. And it was fine for about a month. And then we heard this big crash. And I was pretty much asleep in bed, and this big crash happened. And so my husband come in here, and he looks, and there's all my scissors and the board all slid behind, hit the baseboard, put a big gouge in the baseboard, and all the scissors were all over the floor. So we picked them all up, and he put them on my desk, and he grabbed the board and rested it up against the cabinet here. And he took it downstairs the next day because he had to fix it because it popped the bulletin board out of the frame. And I just today was putting the scissors back on, and I think we're going to put a real screw in the wall to hang it up. But anyways, I just noticed that there's that big gash in the corner. So I don't know if I'm going to get a new frame or just hope nobody notices it. I didn't notice it, but it was just resting against the cabinet until now. So we'll see. It's not the end of the world. Okay, other whips. I think there's only the one other one that I worked on, and that's Beloved. Let me just rinse this stuff. And here's Beloved. And really, I didn't work too much on it because I've been busy with the courses and the Mania. So all that has been done is from here over only about 400 stitches. And that was all on Saturday. I've been so tempted to go and do his eye. And I decided not to because, you know, then I might get bored with it and not want to pick it up again. But another thing is I had screwed up somewhere. And I can't remember where. But basically it was a color that was parked, and I picked it up and I started stitching it, and it was the wrong symbol that I was following, and it had the wrong color coming up into the eyelid here. And I didn't notice it until I realized it was the wrong color, and then it just stood out. And so I had to frog that. It wasn't easy, being that this is 25 count white. Lugana, I'm going to say. I know it's 25 count, and it's white. Who made it? I don't know. But yeah, it was not easy frogging it. But I was able to frog it without doing too much damage to the accompanying threads. So I fixed that right away, and then I put it in its little spot on the floss box there for a week and a half till I had basically forgotten that I had done that. And then I picked it up and was like, oh yeah. But it was fixed, so it was fine to just keep going. And that's progress on that one. And that is Heaven and Earth Designs Beloved by Adele Sessler. And this is what it'll look like. I think it's just gorgeous. There is a change that I want to make, but I'm not going to point it out until I actually do it, because if I don't do it, then you'll never know. What was she going to change? Who knows? When I get there, you'll know. It'll be obvious. The Make Today Count Cash for Stash, I did do an order online, and I spent my $40 that I had earned for the first 3 weeks. And now I am back up to $29 in 3 weeks. So I need to get out walking more. The dogs need more exercise. I need more exercise. I went to the doctor a week ago, and she told me that I had gained 10 pounds in a year, and that's not good, apparently. I told her I haven't noticed any difference in my pants or anything, and she said, well, that's strange, but it's still not good. So, anyways, I'm trying. I'm not trying very hard, but I gotta try harder. So, now, what did I spend the money on? It doesn't look like a whole lot when I'm looking at it here. So, I will just show you. The main reason that I went on to 123 to buy stuff was because I needed DMC and bobbins. So I got 2 packs of bobbins, a bunch of DMC, and I also needed needles. Nothing special. And actually that might not even be the DMC that I got from there, because I had added more and they all went into a big bundle. But I also got this. Where did it go now? I've seen people using needle threaders and having them attached to their needle minders. And I thought, yeah, you know, I don't have a problem with threading my needle, but it would be handy, you know, when you're frogging and it gets all frayed, then you don't want to cut it because you've only got so much. So I thought, okay, I need a needle threader. And of course, it's not right here. Let me get it. So I got this little kit. It was not expensive. It was just, I don't know, $3 or $4. So I grabbed that, and in it was this, which everybody's seen, needle threader. But it's not magnetic. It's not metal. So you either have to glue a piece of magnet onto it or whatever. So anyways, I have this lanyard, which I have my scissors, which, funny story about these, I'll tell you. Let me get the other pair. My husband comes into work just after Christmas, and he's sitting in the lunchroom waiting for me, and he reaches into his coat pocket, and he pulls out something, and he goes like this. And he says, "Merry Christmas." And he goes like that. And there's this beautiful pair of scissors. And I'm like, oh, those are nice. And he expected more of a reaction. And he's like, yeah, they're antique from Germany. And I'm impressed. I mean, he loves me, and he buys me pretty things. So I told him they're very nice. They look just like the ones my sister got me. And he's like, no, these are from Germany. And I said, yeah, they do. And then we get home, and I show him the pair that my sister had got me the year before. There. Silver. I'll find that piece of cardboard. Sorry about that. Okay. Want to show you them side by side. So these are the ones that he got, and these are the ones that she got. And they're both identical, right down to the etching. And he's like, son of a... And I told him, next time, consult the board. And he said, yeah, but they're not all there. True. Very, very true. I said, well, I'm sorry, but I love them. And actually, I use them all the time now. I have them on the lanyard, which I think some people have noticed it hanging off of my stand back there and have wondered what it was dangling there, but it's my lanyard. And it's actually kind of cool because it has this retractable bit, which you don't really need if it's around your neck. It's not that far between you, this, and the stitching. So, but I found when I was first wearing it, these little things here, these are glued on, and it would catch my hair. and it would pull my hair. So I had it just like hanging off of that thing, and then the scissors retracting would be handy because then I needed it. And then because this is not magnetic, not metal, I realized I had this little loopy thing on here, so I attached it to that for the time being. And I still have a little clip left to put anything I want on it. I haven't found anything that I could put there, but anyways, that's that. And this other thing that I wanted to show was a my other haul, sorry. The daily sale items. I clicked on that, and normally, as you can tell from my whips, everything I've been doing is Christmas. I haven't done a Halloween project. I did one, and that was a giveaway in an exchange. And all I did was an outline of a little witch's hat and put that on a little bag or something. So anyways, on the 123 website, the daily sale items, I clicked on it and I saw this, and I immediately thought, I could do that for Dark 13 stitching. Whispered by the wind beneath the harvest moon. That is cool. That is so cool. And I have plenty of that picture, this plus fabric left. I still can't think of the name. It's not Mirage. That's what it called for this one, Mirage. I want to say Nocturne. Sounds right, Nocturne. But anyways, so I'm thinking I might start this maybe closer to Halloween. I don't know if I'll use up the, I'm sure it's Nocturne fabric that I have for this, or save it for more of the Christmas designs to go with the Christmas Eve couriers. So anyways, that was the order from 123. And I had gone into Dryden and I had wrote down a couple numbers that I needed. And I went to, there's this one store. It's not a needlework store. It's just she actually does alterations. It's called So Much More. SEW, Much More. And she has knitting supplies, crochet supplies, yarn, but she also has a rack of DMC. So I try to go in there when I only need one or two things, and I, pick them up and I give her some money because I want to keep her keeping them. I want to encourage her to, and she actually said that she's going to be bringing in more to watch, because that corner is going to be done up with more stuff. Okay, I don't know what happened there. My camera just froze up on me, so let's hope this works and I can get this finished and uploaded. So anyways, the car, my husband pulls out this little bowl, this little Tupperware doll set, and there's this little bit of fabric in it, and a rock, a broken ring, a Teletubby thing, a little shell, just all kinds of little treasures. And this I think would make a great needle minder, but I'm not into religious things. And it just says He Loves Me. And it's a pin originally. And there's some earrings. And then I thought, it would be nice to make a needle minder out of something this little girl had thought was special. And, you know, the cross would be nice, and maybe I'll do that and gift it to somebody. But there was this other little broken necklace pendant. The grape's broken off, but it's just something special that this little girl had. So I glued a magnet on it. Now, my problem is the magnets that I bought are super, super strong. They are so strong. Of course, now I can't get into the package. That pulling them apart is very, very difficult. So my solution for the time being is on the back side of the fabric. I'm just going to use a beer cap. Done. Plus, that leaves me more magnets to make more. You're not going to see that. I might even cover it in fabric or something, so it's not so offensive. But then I had these other little things. I had got this was a magnet from a thrift store where the magnet had fallen off, so I glued a new magnet on. My sister is really into butterflies, but I really like it. I might keep it for myself. And then a co-worker had gone to Thailand, and she had bought everybody a little coin purse that had this little elephant glued on it. So mine, eventually it came off of the bag. So I glued a magnet on it, and it's going to be another little needle minder. Now, like I said, I don't collect needle minders, but these little things, I think, are little treasures that I'm going to use somewhere. And I do have a magnetic board that I can stick them all on. And I also got this at Walmart on the cheap, $3. And look, it can hold my needle minders. Anyways, I'm gonna go before my camera screws up again, and that was my Mania update. I'm gonna work on some of those projects more throughout the year, but the stockings will get more focus than the couriers, and Lily will get more focus than the couriers. So I don't think I'm going to get, I probably will get one courier a year done. And that's kind of what I planned when I bought the set. This just gave me a jump start on it. Like I said, next year for Mania, maybe I'll have forgotten the anxiety that it's now caused me. Because now I have all these things that I gotta finish, but none of them are huge. Alice I can probably get done in 3 more sessions of the weekend stitch along. So we'll see. And for now, this week, I have Keegan's stocking in the frame set up, ready to go. I have the color that I was missing, so I can fill that in and get on a roll on that again, and hopefully that will be done for this Christmas. Anyways, I've yammered on way too long, and I'm sure that you're already said goodbye. And I'm going to say goodbye now, and follow me on Instagram at TinaStitches74. And just subscribe and like and comment. I try to get to the comments, but it's really hard with my set. I'm just using my phone and my iPad. I don't have a PC. My husband does, but it's in the basement. It's awkward to get to. I don't go and use this computer at all. Ever. I don't want to get in trouble. Anyways, that's it for me. I'm going to say goodbye now.